If you're looking for a quick meal that cooks in less than 10 minutes, I'm going to teach you how to make this delicious, crispy, cheesy pizza, and believe it or not, it cooks on the cooktop. Pronto? Allora andiamo a cucinare. Ciao my friends, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to teach you this easy, simple way to make pizza, and you're not going to believe how crispy it is and how quick it is on the stovetop. So to start, I like to put a little bit of olive oil on my countertop. And you don't even have to make pizza. You can just buy a store-bought pizza, that's totally fine. I've got some pizza here that I've let rise. And I have some olive oil on the top, and I'm just going to spread it out a little bit. And we want to get our stovetop starting to heat up. And I just have this deep dish sauté pan. And so we want to roll our dough out in a circle that is about the circumference of our pan. Now you don't need to do it with a rolling pin. You could just do it with your hands in the pan and press it out. Either way is fine. This is not a perfect circle, but it will be once I get it in the pan. Now our pan's starting to heat up, so I am going to put just a little bit of olive oil on the bottom. I'm going to lift my dough up and just place it right in here. And at this point, I'm just going to stretch it out. It might shrink back on you, but that's okay. Now we're just going to cover it, and depending on the thickness of the pizza and the type of stove that you have, it will take about 4 to 5 minutes for that first side to get golden crisp. All right, so now we're going to flip our pizza, and you can see by this beautiful crust, let me just put a little bit more olive oil there. You can see how beautiful, nice and golden brown. It's got the nice crisp edge. So at this point, we are going to dress our pizza for the toppings that we want. So I have some pizza sauce that I've made. And to that, we're going to add some shredded mozzarella. This is the dry, it's not the fresh. I don't suggest the fresh because it's very watery, and so you'll have a lot of water in your pizza. Now you can add whatever toppings you want. We're just going to add some pepperoni. You can add vegetables, but whatever the topping is, it needs to be cooked, whether it's meat or vegetables, because it's not really going to be in here long enough to cook, but it is going to be long enough in here to warm up. So just remember to have your vegetables already cooked. All right, so we're just going to top that, and we're just going to let that cook for another 3 to 4 minutes until it's golden brown on the bottom side, and then I will show you how that looks. Okay, so now the second side is done, so let me show you how it looks when it comes out here. And it is beautiful. So I'm just gonna let that sit. You can see all the cheese is melted. It's perfect. Now, if we've got some more dough left, let me show you how to make a focaccia. So just like the last one, we have our dough. I'm just stretching it out with my fingers this time instead of the rolling pin. And it is on an oiled countertop, and there is oil on the top. And this you actually kind of want to stretch out with your fingers, because what makes focaccia is all the dimples in it. So I've got it pretty much all spread out, and now I'm going to place it in the hot pan. I'm going to sprinkle it with some dried herbs, because we're just going to make an herb focaccia, and we want to push those in. And as we're pushing, we can stretch the dough out. Now you don't have to worry, you're not going to burn your hands or anything like that. Okay, so as we're doing this, it's creating those dimples, and we're just going to let that one side cook for just a couple minutes. Okay, so now the first side is done on our focaccia, and we can see how beautiful bubbly it is, and we can see all those dimples, which is perfect. I'm just going to put a little bit of extra olive oil on that and give it a flip. You can see how beautiful golden brown that bottom side is, and we're going to cook that for just a couple more minutes. Okay, so now our other side is done on our focaccia. Let me just take that and flip it over. You can see it's beautiful. That's exactly how focaccia is, nice and crispy. We've got the dimples. I'm just going to put a little bit more olive oil on there, and I also like to add some finishing salt to it. And so when I cut the focaccia, I like to usually cut it in long pieces like this, and I usually have a dipping sauce for people to dip in. And then of course the pizza we cut in a traditional triangle. So if you've never made pizza dough from scratch and you'd love to learn, go ahead and click on this icon right here, and you can watch the video on how to make pizza dough from scratch. Until next time, ciao, ci vediamo dopo.